Both teams getting their final warm-ups in as we welcome you back to the MLB pregame show. First pitch of Game 2 in our series is right around the corner. But before we turn that corner, here is our Topps player spotlight. Darren James is our subject. And what a dominant performance he put together in his last start. He had opposing batters off balance throughout and racked up a boatload of strikeouts.
Yeah, he just looked like he was really in control out there. And, you know, sometimes you can tell a guy is going to dominate from the moment he sets foot on the rubber. They just exude confidence, and their body language kind of says, "You ain't touching me today." That's what I saw in him. And even though I was a hitter in my career, it was really fun to watch him make those other guys look silly. We'll see if he's still in top shape in this matchup here today.
All right, the guys and I will be back to get this one started on the show right after this. Tuesday night baseball now from the home of the Cardinals, Busch Stadium in St. Louis. Tonight, the second of 3 to start the week between the Chicago Cubs and the St. Louis Cardinals. Which of these two will prevail? Next on the show. Ender Inciarte comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Left fielder, Ender Inciarte.
Going out now.
And he takes a cold strike, 0-1. EK, as we look at the Cubs entering play here tonight, they come in riding a 5-game winning streak, and they've really got things clicking.
And they've got the division title in their back pocket already. Now it's just a matter of playing for the seeding and maybe getting a few of your guys a day off or two before the real fun begins.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Turned on down the line. A diving try, but he can't haul it in. It's through for a base hit. The throw into second, but it won't be in time, and it's a leadoff double.
Yeah, no hesitation there as we train our camera directly on him. But once this gets down the line, he's thinking 2 right out of the box, and he's able to beat the throw into second and leg out a double.
And he gets ahead with the curveball, strike 1.
Well, now there's a location you want right there. If that ball gets hit, you're just going to bang it into the ground all night long.
Ripped down the first base line. And a diving effort there, but it'll come up empty. It's a base hit. Throw into second, but he'll get in there with an RBI double. Jorge Soler will come forward now, back in the lineup after being used as a pinch hitter last night. He's set. Here it comes. Right down Broadway that time. Strike 1.
And he's probably a little bit upset with himself for giving up that early run, but he really reached back for something extra right there.
Hey, let's hold him right here.
That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
Nice comeback here to get it 0-2, and now you've got to put that early run behind you and make sure that this doesn't get any worse.
No one out with a runner at second. Hit sharply on the ground to the left. He gets dirty, but he can't make the play. It's a base hit. And they'll put the brakes on at third. Runners at the corners with nobody out.
With some guys, it doesn't matter if it's 0-2 or 2-0. They take the same approach either way. Well, this right here is one of those guys, and he comes through from being down in the count.
Matt Adams is at the plate here as he quickly finds himself down a strike. It's 0-1.
As a hitter here, you've got to make him get the ball up. You don't go swinging at pitches that are down in the zone and more likely to turn into double play balls.
Catch is made here in right, and here comes the runner from third. And they're not going to get him as he's in there to score. Eric Perez will stand in. A couple of hits in that ball game last night.
Yeah, that was a good one for him, and he needed it because, as you can see, his batting average on the year ain't pretty.
And there are the umpires assigned to this one. Balls and strikes belong to Mr. Jerry Hillsdale.
Yeah, Jerry seems to call a really good game back there, Matt. It's pretty rare that you see anyone too overly displeased with his own.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Ground ball sent back up the middle. And that's through for a hit.
No runner, no runner. Cut it.
So striding in, John Ryan Murphy, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. A fastball here as they'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0.
Hey, we got one.
That one will get out of play, and the count evens up at 1-1.
Hey, the plays at 2. Let's roll that, Paul.
Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. Runners are at first and second with 1 away. And this one's in the dirt. Goes to third with it, and he is safe at third as he moves up on what's likely to be ruled a wild pitch. This is hit high and deep out to left. Ashe ranging back. He gets there to make the catch, but this should bring home a run as the runner tags from third. And they're not going to get him. He's in there at the plate.
That's a nice job there to get this ball airborne. He's able to get that ball out there deep enough to pick up their 3rd run of the inning.
Gerardo Parra will stand in now, happy that this series is at home, no doubt, as you see his splits right there. And the pitch bounces off his glove, and that could be a run. And it is a run.
And we got 2 down.
The windup and the 0-1. Hit to first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So they score 4 times on 4 base hits, no errors, and no one left on base. It's on to inning number 2 now in St. Louis. The Cardinals lead it 4-3. Striding into the box, Darren James. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Cozart has his sign. First pitch on its way.
Pitch up there, kid.
High pop-up. Calling for it, Perez. 2 gone. And with that, David Hernandez strides into the box now to lead off the home half of the 2nd inning.
David Hernandez.
In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0.
Hey, no outs now.
That's wide, 2-0.
He's showing pretty good patience here for a rookie. Those were 2 tough takes, but he's got it to 2-0.
And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1. And he can't catch the corner here, so he's behind 3-1.
You can bet they'd love a ball 4 here. Now, that would let this guy have a shot to bunt him over.
Hit on the ground to short. Rivera scoops it up. Throw on to first in time, 1 away. With a moment now, let's take a look at the Cubs alignment on defense. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, they know their man on the hill has more strikeouts than anybody in the National League.
Oh, and while we talked, that pitch got away and ended up hitting him. So he'll head down to first on the hit by pitch.
Yeah, you know, as a pitcher, sometimes you can just say, hey, that one got away from me. It slipped. But I think that one would be a tough claim to make. This one definitely doesn't pass the eye test for me. I'm a little bit surprised that the home plate umpire's letting that thing go.
Ender Inciarte will get a second shot at it now. He doubled to start out the home first. Watches a fastball right there for strike 1.
That's what you need to do after a hit by pitch. Get right back on that horse and fire a fastball in there.
In the dirt here. And forget about the double play now as he'll move up to second here on the wild pitch. And this one gets
Count 1
away.
and 2.
And he's going to make it up to third here as he advances on the wild pitch.
And so far throughout his entire start, he's had very little go right out there on the mound for him. And this is just going to add to the misery as that pitch will be scored a wild pitch.
Has to be thinking strikeout here. He got him, and it'll probably take a base hit now to get that runner across from third. Enos Puentes stands in after hitting an RBI double his first time around.
Boy, he had a great at-bat last time up, and he'll look for another pitch he can drive right here.
Here's a slider to start things out, looked at for ball one.
You know, guys, these hitters have had a good look at that slider so far, and they've been told, let that thing go and wait for something better out over the plate.
And he comes back with a fastball, 1-2 now. Swinging a soft liner. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Cards leave one, but they hold on to a 4-3 lead. Leading off the inning, Jorge Soler, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. Into the windup and the pitch. Breaking ball for a strike, 0-1.
Hey, nobody.
And he misses with it, 1-1.
One ball, one strike.
You're not
So
going
right
to
now,
get that
fellas,
call
right
if you've
now.
been all over the place. Now, if I'm pitching, I want that call, but at this point, he hasn't earned it.
Fly ball out to straightaway left. Ashe is there. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. Well, it's still early, but it's also worth noting that he'd be in line for the win if this keeps up as we take a look at the league leaders in games won this season.
Well, it's just business as usual for him, Matt. He leads the National League in that category. He's having himself just a fantastic season so far. Not only is he pitching well, but his team is playing great for him as well. You need run support and solid defense to rack up the wins like he is, and he's getting it.
Into the seats, 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. And he falls behind 0-2.
Yeah, we got one.
Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. A little bouncer, but it gets foul. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Back to the mound and off his leg. Thankfully, he's able to recover, and he gets the second out at first. And time now to see quite where that got him. And it appeared from up here at least, and his actions on the field confirm it. It looked like it got him on his drive leg, which could be problematic, of course, for him. But from the way he's trying to walk it off, I think he's going to try to continue. Stepping in, Eric Perez. He reached on a single in his first try.
Hey, now we got two.
And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike one.
And it looks like
Here we
he's
go.
rebounded pretty well from that rough inning a couple innings back. He put up a 0 last time, and he's close to doing it again.
Rolled slowly to first. To his right, Rizzo. And
He's
he'll
out.
step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So they go quietly here in this half inning. 3 innings complete. It's the Cubs 5 and the Cardinals 4. Darren James in now, popped out in his first trip.
Yeah, he just uppercut a fastball. That top hand kind of dragged through the zone, which caused the bat head to drop a little bit.
Cozart into the windup. Here comes the first pitch. Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. hit in the air out to straightaway left. Inciarte's there. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. John Ryan Murphy is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
And in a pretty close game so far, they'd love to see this guy get on base so they can get a rally started to get back in this thing.
And he tries to hold back on the swing, but I think it would have been ruled a strike anyway. It's 0-1.
And for that guy right
Come
there,
on now, here we
this
go.
is going to be an important inning. He's already given up 4 runs through 3. And you know, they need to get a minimum of 5, hopefully 6 innings out of him. So you need to show something right here.
And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone.
Well, let's isolate this release here. You can see he's got an easy motion, easy delivery, and boom, then he runs this pitch up there pretty darn quick.
In is Gerardo Parra,
Hey, plays at 1 now.
as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike.
And I think now you're starting to get the sense that he's put that first inning behind him, and he looks a lot more comfortable out there now.
1 out, 1 out.
Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
Wow, what a good time to take something off of that pitch, and they had him fooled pretty good on that one.
4 runs, 4 hits, 1 error for the Cardinals to this point. That misses, says the home plate umpire. 1-2. Where it misses, I'm not quite sure.
And I think that might have been a little bit of a purpose pitch right there up in the zone. Now I think he's going to come back down with something to try to get that strikeout.
Out in front of that one, may have been looking fastball. Good job just to make contact. The 1-2 offering looked like a slider that time, but it's 2-2. Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Knuckleball, and he can't pull the trigger. It's a called strike 3 for out number 2.
Yeah, sometimes you just shake your head and move on. And he's thinking, how did that pitch wind up a strike? Just got to be thankful you don't see knuckleballers every day.
Stepping in now, David Hernandez, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce one foul for the first strike.
Plays at 1 now.
And he swings on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate.
You got 2 down.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. Looking to set down the side on strikes. Here it comes. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2.
Well, you know, when you're behind an account like this, it's all about changing your approach at the plate. You got to shorten up a little bit and just look to put the ball in play.
Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Chop foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. Ready to deliver the 1-2. Chop foul at the plate, and we'll do it again. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Fights off another pitch and hits it foul right at the plate. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Very weakly on the ground. That's foul, so the battle will continue.
Neither guy giving in here. This is a great at-bat.
Popped up.
That's up. That's up.
Rizzo is there for it.
Ball.
And that retires the side. Down in order go the Cardinals. And the deficit holds at 5-4. J.P. Connell will step in now to lead off the inning as his guys look to maybe break the rut they've been stuck in.
Yeah, and after that first inning, it's been all zeros since. And once he kind of got settled into that groove, he's been a difficult nut to crack.
Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
Yeah, a couple of mid-90s fastballs, and he hasn't been close on either one of them.
On a good curveball gets him swinging for route number 1. Offense apparently not hard to come by tonight as you get a look at our line score through the first half of the ball game, and boy, the runs have been coming fast and furious so far. Ender Inciarte is in for the third time now as he takes a called strike. It's 0-1. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
Yeah, that's a different pitch here, but also on the outside corner. Also taken for a strike. So he's got him in a quick 0-2 hole now.
And he'll take the fastball here inside off the plate. It's 1-2.
And that's a good spot for that fastball on 0-2. That couldn't have been an easy take.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. And he's getting his money's worth up there now. It's full 3-2.
Another tough pitch and a tough call there. He couldn't get him to bite again, so he's worked it from 0-2 to 3-2.
On to first, and there are 2 down.
15, second baseman,
Enos Fuentes will step in. A ground out victim as last time. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike. Chop foul over towards the coaching box.
2 outs here.
Grounded down the third baseline, but a foul ball, and the count holds at 0-2. Out in front of that one, but he stays alive and will do it again on 0-2. Won't go after that one, and it's 1-2. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. 1-2-3 go the Cardinals. Score remains steady at 6-4. Darren James indeed will bat for himself here with his guys up by 2 here in inning number 6.
Well, I think this is the right move right here, Matt. He's throwing the ball well, and, you know, maybe he can do something at the plate, too.
Oh, and it eats him up a bit. And they'll wind up with no play here as he reaches first safely. Settling in now, Jimmy Paredes, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
And now he's hitting left-handed where he's a lot more comfortable over his career. He tends to make better contact from the left side, so I think he's happy to be over there.
On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. 1 hit's all they... Leading off the inning, Jorge Soler. And they'll need him to get something going here. Cubs have someone working in their bullpen now as a right-hander's begun to get loose. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1. And now a curveball as he's got to lean out of the way. That one nearly got him. You worry a little about things snowballing from here?
Well, you know, these are 2 teams that don't traditionally care for each other too much, so we've seen this go south before.
Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Herrera settles under it near second.
I got it.
And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Now batting,
Matt Adams will step in. He's lined out and grounded out in 2 trips.
He seems to be seeing the ball okay, though, making some decent contact so far.
Breaks his bat as this one's popped up. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Hard stuff on the corner, and he's got him 0-2 now.
No balls, 2 strikes.
4 runs, 4 hits. 1 error for the Cardinals to this point. And now a slider in there for a called third strike, and there are 2 gone now.
And you can't really say he's been dominant on the mound, but when he moves his pitches around, that's what makes him so effective. And this at-bat right here, It's a great example of what I'm talking about.
Eric Perez will come in now with 2 away, and to this point at least, so much for having the 3, 4, 5 guys get the rally started.
Yeah, it's been an important inning for that man out there on the mound. He's held his ground, and he may get through the teeth of this lineup, still holding on to that lead.
2-0.
Yeah, and he didn't even have to think twice about that one. And now he's got a good hitters count here, 2-0.
Late swing on the hitter's count. Still a good count for him now, however, at 2-1. Tried to wait out the knuckleball, but it's in there, 2-2. Hit hard up the middle. And a good effort on the dive that time, but this will get by him for a base hit. So make it 2 hits for him now on the night as this one finds its way into center. And you see there on the lower part of your screen, his total places him 3rd best on this Cardinals ball club.
Well, he hasn't exactly been tearing the league apart, but he's making enough noise with the bat to be respected. Clearly, he's a large piece of this offense.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. In for a strike, and he jumps ahead 1-2 now.
Boy, it's one thing for a reliever to come in out of the pen and throw 100 miles an hour for 15 pitches or so.
2-2.
But he's right up there around the century mark now, and he's still throwing hard.
Still 2-2. A runner on first with 2 away.
Game yourself.
Now a swing, and he pops it foul behind the plate. And he will indeed make the play in foul territory to retire the side. 1 left for the Cardinals. They trail it here 6-4. Gerardo Parra steps into the box as the leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the 7th.
Well, it's a close ball game, but it's starting to get late.
Oh, and meanwhile, this pitch rides too far in and winds up hitting him.
I think things are getting a little frosty down there now. This has been one of those back and forth games where tensions have run high. This is just going to ramp it up a little higher.
David Hernandez is at the plate now, and he takes a cold strike.
Yeah, and that fastball still got some life to it, even over 100 pitches.
Oh, this is hit to third. Will it be 2? The second for 1. On to Rizzo, and it's a double play. John Whiters will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 36, John Whiters. 2 down here.
He slaps that one away, and the count will be 0-1. Set to deliver the 0-1.
Hey, all right, here we go now.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Larson has it in his tracks.
Got it.
No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Nothing doing there for St. Louis. Score remains steady at 6-4. An entertaining game all in all, so if we have to choose one who stood out among all others, why not go with this man right here? He's our tops player of the game.
Yeah, no question he was a tough out up here.